Hi everybody, this is Matthew Mott again from Allegra LED Lighting. Last time we showed a safety demo for reinserting fluorescent tube to a fixture being converted for LED tube only. I received a lot of positive feedback. Of course, we deleted all the negative ones, so we're very happy. And many of you encouraged me to try the 277 volt fixtures. I checked with my manager, he's not going to increase my insurance coverage, so I have to pass on that one. But anyway, today I'll electrically shock myself, so get some excitement going for you. Many of you asked for a mini tube flashlight. Thank you very much. They're on your way. One particular gentleman asked for 3 flashlights, one for his office, one on his car, and one for his bedroom. I have no idea why he wanted a flashlight for his bedroom, but that's none of my business. Today, we're going to cover 2 topics for you. First of all, how to identify and avoid the low quality LED tube. The second point we'll cover, what would you do if you get stuck with those low quality LED tube. So bear with me. As you may know already, there are all kinds of LED tubes on the market. Some are good, some are bad, some are so-so. Not all LED tubes are created equal. It really depends on the quality and parts that you choose to build the tube and how you design it. I feel sorry for some of the early adopters who bought into this low quality tube and got burned and fell before the warranty time. Those bad experience turned those energy efficient proponent into an opponent, which is very sad. So the best way is to steer clear those low quality tubes to begin with. So I'll show you how to do that by following my cheat sheet. There's a lot of ground that I'm going to cover, so I have to remind myself. Okay, how to identify and avoid the low quality tube. First of all, you want to check its UL label. Here's one example. This is one UL label. Let's get the camera to have a close-up look. This UL label doesn't even identify the company. So I would recommend that you avoid any label from a company that doesn't even want to identify itself. So that's advice number 1. And number 2, here's another one. Actually, both are W2. I'll show you in a second. This one shows UL and DLC, which are good, and also show the double end wiring. So it's a double end wire. The double end tube should be going to a double end wire fixture, of course, but is the UL label or the UL number the correct one? It turned out it's not the case. So when you receive a LED tube or trying to find one, I recommend you go to the UL website. At the bottom right corner of the UL website is a place that says Online Certification Directory. So click that link and you can specify either the company name or the UL certification number, and then to look into detailed description of what's being certified. On this particular tube, we don't want to name, it turned out on that certification, on the UL certification, it didn't even spell out single end or double end. For companies that offer single end and double end tubes, usually they will spell out which one is single end, maybe start with an S, and which one is double end, it may refer to as a D, so you can tell which one is single end and which one is double end. On this particular one, it doesn't even spell out. Chances are it is single end tube, but as you can see, it has double end wire. So that is the use of a valid single N UL label on a non-UL certified double ended tube. It doesn't have the safety switch. I'll demonstrate right now the potential hazard with this type of tube. Alright, let's put this away first. Okay, let's start out with our tube. Here we have the Allegro double ended tube with a safety switch. Let's put it in to the double end wire fixtures. Okay, works. Perfect. Now, let's try it. Let's move on this side. So that end is in. And now I'm going to twist and engage. Okay, here, here, I'll show you again. Here's the safety switch. See that? Okay, this one has safety switch. Let me put it in. Alright. So it works. So it's live on both sides. Alright. Take this end out. And I'm going to engage it. So that one is in. Engage. Okay, that one is engaged, still in the socket. This end, I touch it, I won't get shocked. Why? The safety switch has not been pressed. Okay, I'm going to press the safety switch with my left hand and touch with my right hand. I didn't get shocked. Why? I have a rubber shoes, so I have to take off my shoes. Make sure I have a grounded pass when I touch it. Alright, I'm going to do it now. Okay, gonna get excited here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. I mean, once is enough. So once I engage it by pressing the safety switch, the current goes in and out. So without engage, it protects you. That's the G3 Easy Retrofit tube with a safety switch that protects you from extra shock. I've tried this one we just mentioned, has double end wire, but it doesn't have the safety switch. Let's try it. Okay, let's first put it in the double end wire fixtures and make sure it works. Alright. Okay, it works. Now let's up front here, switch it over. Okay, that one's in. Take this end out. Rotate it. Alright, I have my shoes off. I'm gonna try it again. Don't get too excited. Okay, if you want to try, by all means, but I definitely not recommend it. As you can see, enough was enough. Once you have the ground pass ready, when you touch it, you will get shocked. So if this double ended tube can get yourself shocked, is it safe? You be the judge. But with this, as it is, it will not pass the UL certification. But it has a UL label, you get a story. If it's a false label that's been put on this tube, even though the number, the UL number is a valid number, unfortunately, some people will do that just to get past and cheat on the customers. But you will be on the low end of the stick, be responsible should anything happen. So that's one thing that you have to pay attention to. But you can then go to the UL online certification directory and check it out. On this particular one, also a double end wire. I showed you earlier, double end wire. It has part number here. Also, it doesn't have the safety switch. You will get shocked. If I try it, I have enough for today. You will get shocked. If you go to its UL certification page, it gives you the parts number. It spelled out double N, single N. It turned out only the single N is UL certified, even though double N is listed, but it is not certified on the double N. So this one again, put a single N certified UL number on a double N tube. So I have to warn you, it is not uncommon to see something or someone would do this just to get a business. Be extra careful on that. So lesson number 1, pay close attention to the UL certification number and compare to what exactly being certified on the UL certification page. So that's one. And then some of the lesser quality tube would use less heat dissipation area. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Let me bring a couple of tubes over here. First of all, the LED life depends very much on the heat. If it operates at high temperature, it shortens its lifetime. So the lower the temperature, the better the heat dissipation, or wider the heat dissipation area, the longer the lifetime of the LED, therefore the LED tube. On this particular example, we have a very interesting tube. We have a double-sided, have LED chip on both sides. By doing this, it sacrifices LED chip, sacrificing the heatsink area. You can see you only have a very narrow heatsink on one side, so it is on the other side. So with this design and the fact that he is using 2 LED arrays, my guess is it will more than reduce the lifetime by 50% or more. Just the fact that it doesn't even put out, doesn't even leave enough heat dissipation area and double the LED chip on the board, in the tube. So that's one thing. Pay close attention where it provides sufficient heatsink area. We also see some LED tubes that use plastic all around, not only for the lens area but also for the back end heatsink area. So this really doesn't leave you any effective heat sink. So the heat gets trapped inside, doesn't come out. As a common knowledge, plastic doesn't really serve a good heat dissipation medium. So if you have a plastic tube, think twice, maybe 3 times before you try it, or test it out how much temperature is actually built up on the chip. That will give you a good indication. This is another design that use the plastic back end, even though it gives you some ventilation holes, but hardly any air can get in and out. So the effectiveness of its heat dissipation is kind of questionable. So number 2, the heat sink. What it has effect heat sink area to dissipate the heat. Back to number 1, remember the UL label and cross-check on what's actually been certified. All right. Next up, the size. If you notice, TA means is 1/8 of an inch, which is 1 inch. So this is our tube, TA size. And let me pick one. This one, the one that has FOSS LED tube, UL label, it actually has an oval shape. So it's TA on one angle, and it's actually a T10 on another angle. So you have an oval TA. And this one's actually more like a T. If you can compare, it's almost like a T12, more like a T12. Even though it would not affect installing this tube into most of the fixtures, some of the fixture has very tight spacing, so it will be very difficult to insert those fat TA or oval TA or T10 into those tight fixtures. So for your reference, pay close attention to what fixture you have, whether those type of fixture will go can fit retrofit into your fixtures. And then on the quality, as we know, the overall price or cost of a LDT depending on the components. The heatsink, the LED, the chips, the lens, and most importantly, the driver. You can use chip resistor, chip capacitor, transistor, you cannot tell. One thing I recommend you to check out is, let me find one. Oh, here we go. Check the thickness of the lens. This one. Take a closer shot. See that? If I press the lens, bend. Okay, let's press it again. See that? Alright. What it shows you is actually the lens is too thin. This particular model would not pass. It would not pass the UL fire code because it's too thin. It would not withstand the fire should it happen. On other tube, let's use ours example. You press it, it would not bend. Thinner lens give you more light out, but it is not safe. Thinner lens is also cheaper, so you got cheaper component, cheaper lens, LED tubes, whatever, that give you an overall cheaper tube. But cheaper tube doesn't last as long because all the components you put into those tubes, it's just not as good. You got what you pay for. So just remember that if it's too cheap or among the lowest price of the tube on the market, be wary because you pay, again, you get what you pay for, right? Next up, and on the warranty, every manufacturer will provide some warranty, 5 years, 3 years, 5 years come on now, but read the fine print. Is it unlimited warranty or is it limited warranty? If it's a limited warranty, find out what the limits are. Number 2. Do they provide, especially on the double-ended tube with safety switch, do they provide indemnification against a legal dispute between the manufacturer and third party? You may not be aware, if you are using a product that infringes someone else's patent, you, the end user, the distributor, and the manufacturer are liable to that. So ask them to provide you such an indemnification so you will not get dragged into those legal dispute. And thirdly, do they provide coverage on safety hazard? So as I just demonstrated to you, those false label double-ended tube will have potential safety hazard, can get installer of the maintenance guy shock. Do they provide such protection or coverage if someone gets injured because of their design? So ask for it, otherwise you'll be paying for it big time. And also remember to ask for trade reference. Ask for their customer, distributors, any dispute can complain against the company or lawsuit against the company. Also be very careful on buying anything from people with fictional name or funny name. I would not buy any LED tube from Harry Potter, James Bond, or Jerry Seinfeld. Since last I checked, they're not in the LED business. Okay, so be careful what you buy. If you want some genuine opinion, you can ask me for recommendation. I definitely provide you an honestly biased opinion, but it's true for your judgment, so you can have a more educated decision on your purchasing. For those of you that have adopted the double-ended or already used the double-ended LED tube, are you experiencing any failures? Chances are, if you have some failure with those double-ended tube and you want to replace, since it is still in warranty, those manufacturers may not be able to provide you with the UL certified WNT because unless they have some safety mechanism like safety switch which may violate our patent, they will not be able to provide you such a solution. I will give you one example. It just happened recently. One national property management company in their Pasadena office, they have retrofit fluorescent tube with WNT from some other vendor 2 years ago. Today, 2 years, shortly after 2 years, 80%, I repeat, 80% of those tubes are failing. When the chief engineer contacted the manufacturer, he was told the manufacturer can no longer provide the WNT tube that is UL certified because otherwise they will be infringing our safety patent, safety switch patent, that is. So they recommend, or actually tell the chief engineer of this property company that they have to rewire everything from double N to single N in their fixture, and then they will warranty the tube. It's not a solution, not an option to the chief engineer because the downtime, the labor involved, just not an option. They contacted us, so we're working out that solution for them. So if you get stuck with failing WNT, what would you do? Here's our recommendation. A, contact us. Why? Because we are offering an upgrade program for those customers that are suffering from this low quality LED tube, the WNT tube. We'll offer you an affordable price to cover your changing out from this low quality tube. It's affordable price, but it's not free. What don't we give you for free? A, we want to do it repeatedly. B, I want to keep my job. If I give you for free, I'll be out of job, right? So, sorry, but we'll help you out as much as we can. And B, in addition to the upgrade program at affordable price, we're offering 10-year extended warranty on the driver. With our G3 LED tube, we demonstrated last time, it has a field replaceable driver. 99.9% of the time when an LED tube fails, it is the driver that fails. The standard warranty on our tube is 5 years. After 5 years, the driver will be the first one to give out. By adding a 10-year extended warranty on driver, we'll provide replaceable driver to you so you can change out the driver. So you can continue using the tube. The chip life is I think it's not, I think the L70 hours is over 100,000 hours, so it should be good for 10 years at least. With a new driver as you need it, give you the coverage you need with 10 years. And the price, of course, is not free, but it's very low. The extended driver warranty, 10-year warranty on the driver is $3. $1, $2, $3. So don't get stuck with those low quality. There's way out by using this upgrade program for Allegro LED lighting. So today we show you how to avoid and identify those low quality. And B, should you find yourself in that hole, contact us. We'll get you out by using the G3 tube with replaceable driver and then the available extended warranty on the driver for 10 years. Okay, so that's the bulk part. And hey, if you say, I really don't have any failing LED tube, that's great, that's awesome. You must know what you're doing, or B, you're lucky. If you're still lucky, go buy yourself a lottery ticket, because sooner or later your luck will run out. Bet on it when you still have it. And then, should you have any failing LED, or begin to see failing LED tube, contact us. This is our logo. Here we go. We'll be at your service sooner or later. By the way, this is a quote from a funeral home. All right. The LED mini tape flashlight, push this in, is still available. You can request it for your own use, for your colleague. You can use it in the office, on the car, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, in the bathtub. Maybe not in the bathtub, sorry. But anyway, feel free to ask for it. And then if you come up with an innovative use of LED mini flashlight, send us a demo video. For example, if you find to use our is conducive, is feasible to use it as a dart like this, feel free to use it. Or you can use in your flower pot like this one. Okay, so you get an idea there, right? So if you have come up with an innovative use of our LED mini tape flashlight, send us a video. We'll put it on our YouTube channel. And if your video is most liked by the end of the month, we'll give you 5 more LED tape flashlights so you can play juggling. How's that? Thank you for watching our video. May Allah be with you. Thank you very much.